Surgery, surgery, surgery. Now I know this phone looks like a beeper's great-grandmother, but the amazing thing about this phone is that whenever I want, I can repair it or upgrade it myself. I even figured out how to make my own Siri.
Kill me. I'm in so much pain, Wyatt. Let me go.
A lot of phones and other electronics on the market today, they're not built to last in the same way as this phone. It used to be that all you needed was a regular Phillips head screwdriver to open up a computer and add more memory or upgrade the graphics card. But now certain companies make electronics that are difficult to repair or even take apart. Apple uses special screws in its devices, and they've been known to glue certain parts together, which kids, never glue your parts together. Apple claims that highly integrated design lets them make products that are not only beautiful, thin, powerful, but also durable. But it might also be good for their bottom line if it's easier to have Apple fix something for you than for you to do it yourself. Because it can cost nearly $550 just to repair an iPhone X. It's almost $300 just to fix the screen.
Release me from this mortal coil. Do it.
Repairs are so costly and new models are coming out so quickly that rather than repair what could be an otherwise fixable phone, people may be more incentivized to get the new model. And that cycle of consumption creates its very own kind of trash called electronic waste or e-waste. Now, personally, I'd have gone with Garbites, but then I learned that that's a very delicious snack. According to one report, the typical smartphone life cycle doesn't usually go beyond 2 years or so. And one estimate puts a laptop's lifespan at 4 years. And now some of that could be on the quality of the product, but some of that's also on a changing consumer mindset that gets driven by things like Apple's upgrade program, which offers people a new phone every year. And you would figure that folks would be a little more committed to something that spends so much time keeping one of their butt cheeks warm. And I know that it takes photos too, but let's be honest, its best work really is as a butt warmer. In 2016, 98.5 billion pounds of e-waste was created. And e-waste can be way worse than regular garbage, because while regular garbage contains important nutrients for growing raccoons, e-waste can contain toxins like lead, mercury, and chromium, which can have harmful environmental and health effects, and can mutate raccoons into 50-story tall death monsters. That's science. What's messed up, though, is that a lot of e-waste can still work. And I'm not saying that everybody should fix up their old phone like I do, because I'm pretty tech savvy.
Every part of me hurts.
Making something hard to repair, it's becoming a business model that affects not just phones, but reportedly even more expensive things that people have traditionally repaired themselves, like tractors. As tractors have become more computerized, manufacturers have created locked software that only authorized technicians have access to. So if a tractor breaks down, a farmer may have to wait for one of these technicians to show up. And John Deere isn't legally on the hook for any crops that are lost while that farmer was waiting around. So some farmers have reportedly begun breaking into their own tractors using hack software they got from overseas, which that's impressive when you consider that a farmer's idea of high-tech security is just a pair of overalls stuffed with hay. But when people try to take control of their own devices, there can be criminal consequences. In one case, Eric Lundgren, an e-waste recycling pioneer, he was sentenced to 15 months in prison after creating reinstallation disks to help users extend the life of their Dell computers. And as horrible as that is, the saddest part of the story is that there are still people in this world who own Dell computers. And I'm not saying that you have to get an Apple computer, but come on, get a Vio. Or, I don't know, how about this? Put a squirrel in a cage with an abacus. I'm sure it has better Wi-Fi connectivity, you idiot. People are fighting against these companies with the proposal of right to repair laws. Currently, at least 18 states are considering legislation that would require companies to make repair information and tools available to consumers. And I'll be honest, this one is kind of personal for me because, well, I fancy myself a tinkerer. Look, I've had this idea that I think could help cut down on e-waste, and it would be perfect for the summer. I want to build a drive-in movie theater, but the screen would be made of a bunch of old iPhones that were stitched together, because a lot of them, they still work. And then the seats, they could be obsolete tractors, and I'd serve nothing but mutated raccoon meat.